I had the good fortune to be responsible for the health of astronauts in flight for 30 years. As a result of this work, it was possible to create a system that allows us to assert that there are no diseases as such, and there is a condition. He taught us from the Queens, if you criticize, offer to do so, but a wellness system has been created today which allows you not to say that there is no cancer, that there is no AIDS. And no one has filed a lawsuit against me yet, because I'm right. We have developed a system that allows us to cure a person only at the expense of consciousness, altered consciousness. If official medicine tells a person that he is sick, it is already impossible to cure him. The person's consciousness changes. He is already beginning to get hung up, considers himself flawed in relation to another, and it is impossible to cure him. But most importantly, if a person focuses on those reserve mechanisms that we have, and they are an order of magnitude greater than any damaging facts, then a person can be cured only due to this. Only so that a person himself is engaged in the fact that this car of his depends on him, this state of health. Today, a technique has already been developed at the official level, clinically confirmed, that it is possible with the help of an altered consciousness, the so-called clairvoyance. It is possible today to restore an organ that has been cut out of a person. Moreover, this is a clinically confirmed case. The official doctors know about it. In France, in Germany, in Sweden, in the USA, in Ukraine, this technique works. We will sometimes do what official prices cannot do. I write it in my books. It is written in elementary simpler terms, as if hydrogen peroxide, whether it's water, whether it's clairvoyance, whether it's a book called The Reserve Opportunity of the Body, how with the help of breathing and consciousness you can cure a person without medication. Therefore, the well-being of all of you, and the most important health, which is in yours, is not only in your hands, but also in your mind. The whole point is that I'm going back to what I started, that we are an energy system. We had one of the physicists named Trasenko, Valentin Stepanovich, who had an institute in Rostov and a factory in Taganrog. After all, mice are children of the earth and children of space. Earth. This is a minus that comes in from below. But we are isolated to this earth. These are shoes, this is a car, this is an elevator, these are houses. And we hardly walk on the ground unlike animals. Everyone walks on the ground with their hooves and receives this energy. And we don't get it, we rip it off, we fuck it up. And it turns out that we do not have 15 to 18% of this energy of the earth, which should come to us. We don't understand it yet, but the cell already understands that it is de-energized. And this Trasenko has developed a system. He took iron, zeroed it, and in Taganrog, he fed this iron with that energy component in structure and gradient that is characteristic of the energy of the earth. It turns out that 20 years ago, I was told that this is the same spike Akimev. They said that there is a left and right polarized current, a corrosion. That's all that's being done there. These holes, they work from right to left. And the normal whole universe turns from left to right clockwise. That's all right. So it turns out that today physicists have proved, again in Ukraine, that if a person has, and we are, after all, this is a system, everything works from right to left, then we are sick people. Why? Any pathogenic microflora, fungi, bacteria, microbes, cutlets, they are terribly fond of this twisted right to left measured current. I ask a question, but it is possible to make it so that you twist from left to right as much as possible. For 7 to 10 years, they worked and developed special information polarizers that twist from left to right on the rod. And you don't need any medicine. And all these creatures that prevent us from living. And all these viruses are pathogenic, porcini, vicious, including, which are not there by the way. And it's all dying, it's all gone. But when you're working with your mobile phone, let me see. Everything works from left to right there. Now newspapers have appeared. Children, brain tumors, hearing, vision. They are unmanageable. The nervous system in Dresden. In Japan and in England, instructions have already been issued for wild people up to 80 years old who do not have the right to use mobile phones. After that, 3 minutes a day. Mom, Grandma, Dad asked, is life healthy? Okay, that's it, turned off. This is the destructive effect, especially the young brain. It absorbs everything and has a destructive effect on all brain structures. Now the whole of Russia is on its ears because of this hydrogen peroxide. Have you read it? Have you heard? Not all, far away. Not all of them. Oh, come on. Women who want to be blonde. Peroxide is only externally used, but your humble servant suggested intravenous injection. Drink and still de enemas. Today, the whole of Russia is on its ears. Do you know what Parkinsonian disease is? Well, when a person walks. Russia has low growth. The main thing is an old one. Russia, low growth, 18, 20, 25 years. After all, these are disabled people who are not treated by doctors. After 2 or 3 months, this thing treats such patients. But it costs 5 pennies just a bottle in the pharmacy. And there are professors, academics, centers. How many are there? These are the monographs. Such a disease is not treated. And they are discharged to die or to shake all their lives. I am not writing the conclusion here, but these are people who have gone through this treatment. Right, what does television do? The operator calls one, says, Mom cured Parkinson's with the help of pepper. We want to film your center. Come on over. Come here. I called the sick, 5 or 6 people, who were treated by abandoned medicine. They became normal people in kindergarten, for all 60, 70, 80 years. Interview. Malyshev is coming. We have edited a movie. Malyshev is playing for an hour, who is now performing great. By the way, I'm not saying, but what kind of program is this? And he says, listen, we have an institute that deals with Parkinson's in Moscow. Is there a Lenin family? There is. What happens? The institute can't do that. You're kind of dumb. 3 or 4 doctors, and 3 foreshers, and solves this problem. Turn everything around. From behind the scenes, a man says that I mock the sick, I destroy them, I kill them. They take a piece of meat, pour 3% peroxide over it, it sizzles, smokes, and the doctor of medical sciences says, look at what this professor of unknown sciences is doing. And after an interval of 5 to 10 minutes, it shows this frame 3 times. In 2 or 3 weeks, I repeat again, and at this time, my wife in the corner is injecting a census into me with a syringe. I say, beloved wife, I will have a census, so that I will be healthier tomorrow than today. We haven't seen each other on the sly. What is it called? Instead of introducing it today, as a rule, into all medicine, to save people. Heart attacks, strokes, goncarines, trophic ulcers upset. Principles of your methods of restoring health. The main principle is the initial cleansing of the body, and only then do some procedures that. Here's hydrogen peroxide and how the cleaner works. This is a powerful injection, but the most important thing is that doctors do not know. The cells of the immune system are secreted there, inside the body itself. If she didn't exist, we would have died a long time ago. It's just that my first dissertation was a gas atmosphere. Deputy, spacecraft systems. I already knew the role of peroxyloader in healthy people. Patients do not have it at all. Here, it is necessary to give a little bit there. It destroys all microbes, all viruses, all bacteria, everything it sets. Hydrogen peroxide. That's why now in Izhevsk, if anyone is there, they inject intravenously as you like, but treat any diseases. They have no problems. They spit on the Ministry of Health, and this technique is mine. Well, the Hulls wrote about it. Shitnikov is a professor there, one of the oldest professors in Udmurtia. Here, they are using the census there. It is an element of the immune system, as the most important organ that stands guard there, like the KGB, the police, destroying everyone who interferes with normal work in the cell. And first of all, of course, the immune system.